Well, Ian, firstly, congratulations. How excited are you to sign your new contract at the club?
Absolutely delighted. Obviously, the time of year as well, that means we've stayed off the threat that we had. Hopefully we can build on that and keep going for the next 8 games, but I'm absolutely delighted.
A long-term contract, does that show between yourself and the club in the building of a project?
Yeah, it's more than a project. Much more than a project. The building of a club, rebuilding of a club, that's how I look at it, and I'm honoured to be trusted with that.
You've been pretty open about your desire to stay at Swindon, so what about the club has really connected you with them since your arrival in October?
I think it's everything. I think the community, the community that we have here. Christmas really opened my eyes to how fantastic this club can be, with each little group that we went to. And obviously the area itself, what I want the lads, there's no hours in their contract, so we have to give back, so there'll be a lot of things that we'll be initiating next year to actually make sure that our fan base grows and they get to meet the players, they understand the players then, because we're normally just signing them, because we only got a sort of 2-year rota for this, so it's really important that they buy into the wider area and why it's so important, and I think our group has done that, and I want to expand on that in ways that I did at Blackpool. So for me, it's the perfect scenario. Everybody cares about the place. They love it, what it means to them, what it means to the families who come here, and the younger generation, the next generation, need to feel as proud as they should do. So we've got to get out of this 4th division.
Still a season with something to play for, but how much excitement do you have as you can start to build your foundations for next season?
Yeah, excitement's the word. I feel exhilarated. I feel alive again. I feel it's nice to be wanted and needed, but it's nice to know that you can help people. And observations from the things I've seen over the years are really helping me feel much better about myself, and that I have a use and I am needed. And I can change things. Football is all about what you did last week. Let's have a look at it, let's own it, let's see if we can do it better. And I've realised how much I missed that in my life. And it's great to have it back. Some wonderful young people here at this football club who I want to try and guide and help. And the older ones that I've spoke to have taken on what I've wanted, which is absolutely brilliant. And at the end of the day, it's about building an environment where you feel you can make a difference. You can actually change something. That's what Swindon has given me, and I can't wait to pay that back next season and the 2 after that.
Lots of players contracted for next season, while some players you'll have decisions to make. So how much more important do these last 8 games become as you look ahead to next season?
It's vital. It's vital. They get us to where I believe we should be with the talent we've got in there. And if we don't, then that means they're not as talented as I thought they were, or the drive isn't right, or the connection between everybody isn't right. So they had to start somewhere. Now I've been recognised, I've got my staff sorted, I don't want any of them going anywhere, so they're aligned with me. And that gives us a right good chance to get rid of a culture that had been growing over the years of people getting sacked and the people at the top getting sacked, and then, you're trying to protect yourself. So life's about making this badge as big as it should be, and I believe we can take over the West Country.
We've spoken plenty of times about how incredible the fans' support have been since you come in, home and away. You've been speaking about already how community plays a big part of the football club, particularly in connecting with the supporters. So how important will it be to build together with them?
That's a vital thing about football, and when you're here every day, that's when you see it, that's when you feel it. And obviously our owner's situation, he lives and works all around the world, so he has to trust someone to do that for him, and I don't believe the people in my position have been given long enough to do it. I want to prove to him that I'm trustworthy and I care enough about it and I can motivate people. And then the longer our relationship builds, the better this club will be, in my opinion. So do I need to change anything? In my opinion, no, I don't. I just need to work with Clem, tell him where I am, tell him where the club is, tell him what I want. And my contract's taken a while to make sure I get the things in place that it's not going to change. When I only had 6 months, I could tell him exactly how I needed it to be. And I've just made sure before I signed again that he will have me talking to him how I talk to him for the remainder of my contract, because I'm not going to ever change, and I expect him to do what I'm telling him to do, and that's the balance of it. So, you know, luckily for me, I believe I'm going to get that. I believe I've got his trust. I believe I've motivated him, and I believe that we can move forward as a football club now.
And it feels not only yourself but the players as well. You're building a very strong relationship with the fans as well, who've been a credible home and away this season.
To be honest, football clubs end up being owned by somebody else, not the main people. And the main people are the ones who come every week, who buy season tickets, who see it how it is. And I will work with them towards getting what they want. And we've got more than enough people on a regular basis. I want a lot more to come back because they trust the football club. And they trust in how it's being run and how it's being managed and how their feelings about it are being shown by the players who are wearing that shirt. And as a guarantee, I will give our fans that. I'm not saying we're going to win. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we're going to work our socks off and we're going to try everything to work towards getting the right results, because this club should not be in the 4th tier of English football. And I swear to you, I want to get it out of that. It almost went worse than that. Right? Unforgivable. We've got to sort this out. And that's a privilege to be a part of.
With 8 games still to play and an exciting contract for you to look forward to, what's your message to Swindon Town supporters?
I want you to enjoy what you're watching. I want you to feel part of it. I want you to associate with how your team is trying to show part of you to the rest of the world. I think it's really important. We get ridiculed all the time in the West Country about our accent, about this and about that, and you're farmers, you're this, you're that. Do you know what? We work hard. All of us. We put up with an awful lot. We don't get what some areas of the country get, and I get it. What I want is a team that epitomises what we're all about. We never give in. We never give up. We just keep going. And I believe that's a great value to have, and I think Swindon Town FC is going to give you the bare minimum of that for the rest of its life. It will never go any lower than absolute ultimate hard work, and I believe what a great place to start. I believe our players have done that since I've been here. The encouragement they're getting is incredible. The love that we're feeling from the terraces now, because we're just working hard, you know, and it ain't about nice fancy down poncy stuff like Man City do all over the place. It's not about that. It's about being real and showing your grit and your determination of where you're from, and I'm very, very proud of everybody in this area. And as you can tell, I still kept my accent. You know, for me, has that held me back? I don't know. But do you know what? A lot of people think I'm this and I'm that because of the Wurzels and God knows what. But I'm very proud to be in the West Country, and I wanted to build a West Country club. And a long time ago it was Bristol Rovers, but now it's Swindon. So I'm absolutely delighted and honoured to be on this journey with you.